Camille has been a win condition very reliably in the side lane for Khan and in the LCK, was to up their jungle aggression game by picking the Elise.
Oh, here we go. Doran's getting in there, one shot, but it's not going to be enough. So actually, attempts one in the top side. He's there to stop the gank play from SKT. Now he's doing the Mountain Drake, and Clid not able to pressure this because of the priority in the bot side. Take a look at the CS as well, going the direction of Viper and Lahens in the bottom lane.
The all-in potential is there as well. Lane has double control ward from Griffin's side. That's why Clid is trying to provide some sort of backup.
Take a look at the ward that's on the blasting plant here too. They're really covering Doran and making sure that he can't die, but a lane gank could be very interesting, especially if that Hextech ultimatum comes out first. But Clid is going to be spotted, and the flash comes in. Doran in a lot of trouble. Let's see if he can outplay this one. 2-on-1. Absolutely not. As Khan, that key to the victory you were talking about, picks up first blood.
On the side of Camille, perfectly executed flash behind Doran to get the bounce into him, and even though he gets locked up by everything, doesn't end up.
And will not allow Griffin to stack them here. You'll notice that nobody on Griffin, even if they knew this was happening, are going to move over to this one.
It doesn't really convert into all that much, and neither team composition is one that really cares about their mid-tier, one-tier.
Well, Clid in an awkward spot here, has to flash away. There were 5 members of Griffin there, and I think SKT saw them coming in. You talked about the lower priority. Only SKT members are there to control the river. There are a couple of wards where Doran could GP to, but
it's a GP.
Yeah,
Ash Arrow.
They could consider it, but again.
Well, this is the part of the game where Griffin, they want to actively look to make something happen. They don't want to handshake some sort of a stall that ends up going to 30 minutes. So right now, Rift Herald being spawned. Now, if you're SKT, you can look at this game in a vacuum and be like, okay, well, mid-tier, one turret, it's not really that important. And neither one of us can really do Baron at 20, 21, 22 minutes. Well, speaking of left wanting, Clid.
We could see it here, though. Gonna charge down the lane, and they are absolutely looking for this one. Cannon Barrage comes in. Gonna miss on that one, but the Hextech ultimatum comes in. The 2v1, where's the damage? Finally it comes out as it takes a while.
They're going to become too scary for Ash and Silas to handle, and Gangplank's just going to be left wanting.
I don't want to watch this play. I'm just going to want to watch the minimap. You know your bot laner is going to die eventually. What do you do with that time? The Tom Ken's just nowhere in position to look for an Abyssal Voyage play.
But that's what they're...
While the enemy team does this, the first thought is, how can we mitigate a loss?
In SKT, they don't need any more advantages.
And you know what will be the worst possible decision? Eyes up, just watch this play.
Oh, Teddy. Went into the one-on-one, and they're able to bait Tarzan into this. The arrow going to do nothing, but here comes Toby from the left side. Tarzan able to do a nice amount of damage, but it doesn't matter. Griffin, they lost their 80 carry in the entire trade. Tom Kent not able to do anything to save Viper's life.
Well, it does look like SKT, they're going to turn their attention
they just got
to
that
the
Baron control.
And remember, they have a Mountain Drake. Tarzan, he's not around, he's running. Abyssal Voyage.
Tarzan trying to get in there, but they're not close enough. The smite's gonna come down. And SKT, they just solidified their mid-game, and they're ahead. Teddy's already got QSS, nothing they can do there.
Another consecutive best-of-5 victory. Remember, they sacrificed a Cloud Drake for Baron setup. They use Ezreal's Power Spike to choke out and poke out the Ashe, and from here, the upside is real.
Man.
Well, they don't call him General Teddy for nothing.
Comprehensive destruction so far. Really, really well coached.
All right, trying to make a play here in the mid lane. Effort getting pretty low, but they can't even kill the damn support with everybody trying to get on top of him. And meanwhile, just what we were talking about, those solo lanes, they're pushing in hard.
1-3-1 is there, Toby.
Faker wants to say see you later, but he's under Shroud, and Toby is actually going to play him. There you go.
And I love what SKT are doing right now. They're taking the Ocean Dragon at 29.5 minutes toe-to-toe.
And the amusing thing was, my point earlier before we had a bit of action injected was, the worst thing Griffin could do was not wait till after 30, because they would not want to rush it down, because they want the Elder to spawn as soon as possible. The Elder now spawning later means you have to fight the scaling comp around Baron. You ain't getting the trade you want on the bottom side of the map.
For the Akali Faker, you have to make sure you're factoring in everything Silas has into his kit. Speaking of which, everybody's trying to gank the Camille now. As we're all on the bottom side, 4-on-1. This isn't exactly fair. He's trying to get the one kill, but it's not going to happen.
Contested or not. So with how far behind they were, it's a possible play. It's just not a play that actually improves your standing in the game.
Yeah, just look at the mini-map while this is happening. 2 control wards are up for the taking. Faker.
Doran's starting it. He's just going for it.
Oh,
The
they're all
Camerise
in.
is not going to clear out that one. He's going to take out the turret, and Griffin going for the Baron here. Can they get it? It's going to be up to Clid. He's going to get in there, and it goes to the Braum! Effort gets in there and spites it away at level 14. How is he able to do it? This time it's not Clid, but it's still SKT. And the team fight afterwards is done. And we've all seen this video before. It's like a recording. Khan is going to end the game once again on the split push. We're going to a 2-0 lead now to SKT. Griffin go all in, and the cards are up on the table. SKT win again.
And just like Damwon Gaming,